Hello everyone, a hearty welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with another segment of home tour videos of my parents' renovated home here in Hyderabad. If you haven't already seen the living room tour that I had done a few months ago, then I'll make sure to link it in this video, so do check it out. Today I'll be taking you through my dad's room. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to the sponsors of our video, www.artsynest.in. Folks at Artsy Nest are the official stockists of the world-class furniture chalk paint, none other than Annie Sloan chalk paints. They also host a whole range of craft products which are serious commercial level furniture upcycle products, so do check them out. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what an ardent furniture painting enthusiast I am, and almost all my projects feature Annie Sloan chalk paints. And these guys are really good with their service, and they constantly educate their customers by conducting workshops so that we can get hands-on with painting furniture, and it's so therapeutic and cathartic, I cannot even tell you. I will get around to talking some more about their products, but now back to the tour. As this room was for my dad, I did a quick analysis of his likes and dislikes, of his personality. He is an old-timer who loves his black and white photos, his vintage records and gadgets, and I thought something neutral, minimal and clean, at the same time bring in some cozy vintage elements and colors. So I put together a little mood board for him. So in order to see how I bring this mood board to reality, we'll have to go back in time by a few months. So the first step was the bed. This was my old bed, which I used as a teenager, and I had some fascination for white beds back then. But it turned yellow over the years and cracked and looked mighty shabby, so it was time to restore this using my favorite chalk paints from artsynest.in. I got Annie Sloan chalk paints in this gorgeous color called Athenian Black. I got my polish guy to come in and do some quick filling of the cracks with lapam and janta paste, and it was ready for action. But the good thing about these chalk paints is that they have a super strong pigment and bond very well with the surface, so they don't even need priming and sanding if your furniture is in decent condition. So it's 5:45 in the morning, and my daughter woke me up at 4:30 and then went back to sleep happily, and I haven't been able to fall asleep since. So I'm toying with the idea of just starting the second coat right now, and hopefully I'll finish before she wakes up. It took me about 1 or 2 days in my free hours while my daughter was actually napping to finish this. That's how simple painting a bed can be if you're using the right kind of paint. And in my context, it was Annie Sloan chalk paint. After 2 days, I sealed it with wax, and voila, my bed was transformed into this edgy, masculine and very, very elegant piece. So I'm very excited about the project I've taken up today. That is making over these 35-year-old side tables, which are literally like ancient. Now it's time to give them an update, and I decided to go all out and take out all my carpentry tools and actually get my hands dirty. So I'm headed down to the parking lot where I can find some of the scrap wood which I plan to use for my project. This is a whole lot of scrap here. This long piece of wood might do for my project. I'm going to cut the bottom portion of these side tables and attach a piece of wood.
and should now slowly never apply force on your drill. Let it will do the job.
Yeah.
And 2 speeds ఉన్నాయి.
While I was looking for scrap in the parking lot, I found this, which is like louvered, and it's a piece of wood. I think they used it for skirtings or something in somebody else's house. I've picked this up. Now I want to use this and create pieces of this and attach to the front to give nice texture to the drawer front. But first I have to teach my dance class, which it's almost 10 now, so I better get going. I cut that long piece of fluted panel into smaller pieces and attached them onto a thin piece of MDF, both of which I found in scrap. I used some industrial level wood glue to secure them, and I also used some screws for extra security. I sanded off the edges and the top and bottom and handed it over to my Lapam guy, who filled the cracks and made it look super seamless, and they actually look like legit wood panels. It didn't take very long to attach the drawer fronts onto the drawer now that everything was in place. Just a few screws and holes, and the whole side table was ready to paint. From experience, I figured that using a roller brush is better than a paintbrush when using chalk paint on furniture, because a roller brush avoids any brush strokes, and you take very less paint when you're using the roller brush and go over the furniture, and gives a very nice matte effect. At the end of the exercise, I sealed this whole thing with some lacquer instead of wax. I used wax for the bed, but I chose lacquer for this because I wanted these side tables to be more secure, as they were going to be receiving more traffic than a bed. The last step was hardware. So I ordered these amazing looking mid-century modern style solid wood legs, which had this beautiful gold cap at the end. And at first I thought I would let it be in wood color, but then I decided to paint the wood area into black just to match the whole thing. That didn't take very long either. I taped up the metal portion and just went over it with the roller brush, and yeah, once I just peeled off the tape, got like really nice crisp lines, and these beautiful legs were just ready to be attached. They actually came with a screw, and you could screw them in, but I just decided to make my life easier, and I just attached them with the wood glue, because anyway the table is going to be turned upside down, and gravity and force and all of that was going to act in our favor by keeping the legs secure. And just look at how these side tables turned out. I mean, look at how they were before, and they've got a new lease of life. They completely are in trend right now with this fluted wood panel on top and mid-century modern legs with metal caps. I can't believe these are the same things. Like, yeah, I just can't wait to style these guys. The next thing I went for were the wardrobes. It was a day's work. I had help from my dad. He was cleaning and prepping the surface, and I went over it with paint. It's a great team bonding exercise actually, if you ask me, painting furniture. You guys should try it out. I wanted the wardrobes to carry an accent color that went well with the black and white, so I chose Annie Sloan chalk paint in the color Amsterdam Green. We're just one coat down on one of the wardrobes, and already the look of the wardrobe is completely different. I'm really liking how rich it's looking, and it's another coat and some lacquer, and the handles go on, and that's it. The wardrobe's going to look all new. And this is how this old, heavy, typical carpenter grade wardrobes just got an instant facelift. Now to put these elements together, and it was time to style. I tried to keep the room as clutter-free as possible and maximize storage. So there was storage in the wardrobes and also in the dresser unit, and the bed also had some storage underneath. Apart from that, we tried to keep everything as clean and minimal as possible, with the only little busy corner being the photo gallery wall, which is kind of a representation of my dad's heart and how he holds his memories close to him. On the other side, I used this mirror, which is literally something I got for free from a friend's old house. They were going to literally throw it away. We cut a piece of MDF and attached it at the back and spray painted it, and it was good as new. This is not only functional, but it also serves as a design element because of its ornamentation, and but it balances the whole look of this wall, I feel. I had this IKEA dresser, so I donated it to my dad for extra storage, and that way he even gets to keep a lamp or some other knickknacks on top. This room receives a lot of light, so I wanted to maximize on that by using these sheer curtains. And apart from that, you all know I'm crazy about lighting, so apart from the standard ceiling lights, I also planned for some accent light. I added this hanging light to bring some warmth and some visual interest and balance to the top portion of the room. One of my favorite detail is this bathroom door, which itself acts as a very stylish element. Of course, this was the first bathroom that we had done in the house, so there were a lot of mistakes. We wanted to change the orientation of the commode, but we couldn't do that. But we still managed to create like a little demarcation for the shower area and the rest of the space. The sink is a regular builder grade sink, but the cabinet underneath and the medicine cabinet we got with the mirror on top is from IKEA. We got a Korean countertop on top of the IKEA cabinet on which the sink is resting, in order to give it a slight, luxe feel. And overall, this bathroom gets a decent amount of storage to keep all the cleaning supplies and body care products. I'm really proud of how this turned out, and I'm like super attached. So I'm actually like a Hitler when I go to my parents. I'm like, why did you guys put this here, because this was not part of the design. But anyway, this experience is a reminder of how a house cannot be like planned to the T in the beginning itself. These things, you just grow into the house, and the house ages and grows with you and becomes a representation of yourself. So one major lesson I learned is always to leave some parts open-ended and not try to overplan things, because life is changing and 100 different changes can happen just like the next day, and the things that you plan for become obsolete. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this tour of this room especially. And I know I take really long between video to video, but you guys must understand this is not my profession. I'm not a qualified interior designer or even a YouTube video maker or whatever. So this is something that I'm passionate about, and when I finish a task, I really feel good about documenting it and sharing it with people. So hopefully in a few months time, I will be doing my mom's room as well. That's a room in which we actually spent some money. And let me know what you feel about this in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and have a wonderful day. Can you just leave me for 5 minutes? I'm recording something. Excited to have found. 1 second. But I'm also super tired. Like, I want to shower, I want to eat my lunch, and I want to just zone out watching TV. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is mic testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Welcome back. Hello everyone, a hearty welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I forgot what I had to say.